Hello, children. Today I'm here with the story of the woodcutter and his axe. We are going to talk about the woodcutter, who is a very honest person. Honesty means telling the truth always. No matter how big the temptation is to lie, always say the truth. Shall we begin? Once there was a woodcutter who lived in a cottage in the forest. He was a very honest man. He was also very poor, but he would never ever lie. No matter what happens, he would always tell the truth. He would go into the forest every day to cut wood to sell. This is how he made his living. One day, he went into the forest to cut some wood. Beside the river, he came upon a big tree with lovely branches. He looked up at the tree and thought, I could cut up that branch and sell it, and it would give me money for a few more days. So he climbed up the tree, went onto the branch, and he started cutting. Now this branch was just over the river. While he was cutting, the axe slipped from his hand and fell into the river. Oh no, said the woodcutter, what have I done? Oh no, I've lost my axe. Now how am I going to make a living? Oh dear, how will I feed my family? And he was so sad. Suddenly, from the river, a lady arose. She looked like a fairy. The woodcutter was surprised. He asked the lady, Who are you? I am the fairy of the river, she said. Why do you look so sad? And the woodcutter replied, I've lost my axe. It fell into the water. What am I going to do now? I am so sad. The fairy thought she would help him. She went into the river and came up with a silver axe. Here you go, she said. Here's your axe. The woodcutter was amazed looking at the silver axe, and he thought, oh, if I sell this, I will get a lot of money. I can feed my family for days. But then, him being a very honest man, he thought to himself, I can't do that. That is not my axe. So he told the fairy, this is not my axe. I cannot accept this. And the fairy said, okay, I will go down again. She went into the river, and this time she came up with a golden axe. His eyes went round with amazement. He was so wonderstruck. It's a golden axe. But again, he thought, this is not my axe. I cannot take this. And he told the fairy, dear fairy, this is not my axe either. My axe is an old wooden one. It's very old. The fairy looked at him, smiled, and went down into the river again. This time she came up with his wooden axe, and the woodcutter was so happy. And he said, oh, dear fairy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is my axe. I finally got my axe back. I'm so happy. And the fairy looked at him and said, you know, you have been a very honest man. You have been very honest with me. I tried to give you the silver axe and the golden one, and you never accepted those. You just took your axe, and you always said the truth. So as a reward, I'm going to give you both the axes. So she gave him the silver axe and the golden one. The woodcutter walked home very happy. He had his own axe, and he had the silver one and the golden one. And he thought, I can sell them and feed my family for days. So children, be honest. Always say the truth, no matter how hard it is, and good things will happen to you.